everyone, and welcome back to Asu Combo, bringing you another Tera raid talk, and this time it is on the mighty Inteleon. I was wrong about the next upcoming raid, but hey, I'm not mad about it at all. Inteleon's a very good mon to bring in too. It's a very big glass cannon, and it's going to be sporting the Ice Tera type, and it'll be going on April 28th through April 30th this upcoming weekend, so you have some time to get a little bit of time to get ready. But man, they are hitting these back to back, and then come back again May 5th through May 7th. By the way, when we get to May 5th and May 7th, do me a favor, wish me happy birthday. May 6th is my birthday. Be sure to let me know in the comments below. Speaking of, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. So without further ado, let's get into talking about this guy and some counters. So right off the bat, Inteleon is known as the secret agent Pokemon, but I'll be honest with you, it looks more like a sniper from the war or anything like that, because it does have the ability sniper. If you don't know what this move does, it basically powers up its critical hits. So it's going to more than likely sport a lot more crits. I thought it used to get focus energy, but for some reason I do not see it in its moveset. So that's a perk, but be ready. If it does hit you with some crits, it's going to do a lot of damage, especially with its signature move. So as we look into Inteleon's stats, like I said, it's a glass cannon, which means it's very fast. It does a lot of damage in terms of special attack, but it's going to be weak amongst everything else. So I really think we're going to see a lot of special attacks with this. But the good news is you should be able to do a lot of damage to this guy. Let's go ahead and jump over to what type it's going to be. Ice types, just a quick review, are very, very strong against grass, ground, flying, and dragon. But super effective moves are going to be fire, fighting, rock, and steel. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, do not bring fire, do not bring rock. You're going to get annihilated if you bring those types. Fighting and steel is a good way to go. Steel is very good at blocking that damage, but also bring in some water types. So there you got some good options here with having to deal with it on the defensive base. So let's jump right into what moves I think it's going to have. Right off the bat, I do know it's going to have Snipe Shot. Snipe Shot is a very powerful signature move that it has. Means high critical chance, knock you out just really, really hard. So there are some counters. More than likely, I'm thinking water types are going to be the safest bet to bring. I think it will get the move Mud Shot. I think it's going to try to lower your speed or accuracy or things of that sort. You know, typical gimmicks it's going to have. Air Slash is another possibility it could have. So that could mean something rough on some fighting types. So you could bring some, but then again, we don't ever know. It's flip-flop whenever it gets here. But, you know, once again, if there is any mistake with anything that I have, I immediately post a video of how to take on this guy. So I will post that. So make sure you keep those subscriptions up and notifications on, and I'll keep that updated. So those are a lot of the moves I think it's going to have. Dark Pulse is definitely going to be one I think it will have. That's one of the more common things. And Ice Beam, I think, is a very common thing it will have as well, because it's going to want to hit those ice beams and try to freeze your team. So let's go ahead and jump into possible counters to this guy. So here we are on Showdown. Let's go ahead and talk about Inteleon one more time. I think it's going to have Snipe Shot, possibly Rain Dance to boost his moves, so just be aware of some of those things. So previous gimmick, like I talked about, Quillfish and Slowking. I'm not going to go too much into this one. Once again, I will leave a link in the upper right hand corner of previous videos where I've covered these two guys. I think, in fact, in the last video dealing with Typhlosion, I recommended a possibility of using this gimmick, but it's well known by now. If you don't know, let me know in the comments below and I'll explain it and go through it one more time. But these are two good gimmicks I think you will be able to work with on this particular raid. Mostly Slowking, because it gets a more special defense approach, so you should be able to last better than Slowbro. But the main thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to have to eat my own words here, is the number one Pokemon I'm going to recommend you bringing in that's potentially going to solo this guy. I do know that I'm going to try to solo this guy. In fact, I think that's the new series I'm going to do, is Will It Solo? And this is the one mon I'm going to bring in because I think it will. I'm sick of this guy, but hey, I ran the stats, I ran the calcs. This one's probably going to be your best bet. Azumarill, I think, will solo, but you're going to have to change what you've been doing. So, for example, I think you should give it a Shell Bell. Huge Power is still good, but let me go over this gimmick of how it's going to work. Belly Drum up, you will lose half your health, But Inteleon, for some reason, does not do enough damage, even with a crit, to do over half, even with the build that you see to your right with full HP, full attack, adamant nature investment. It is strange. I thought it would do more, but it just doesn't. It's crazy. But yeah, belly drum up, and then next turn use superpower to recover the HP with the shell bell. You will drop in stat of attack and defense, but that's okay. Next turn, defense curl up to regain that defense, and then just roll out every single turn after. So a lot of you are probably asking yourself, why rollout amongst all things? Look how weak the move is. It has a 30 base power. That's right, it does, but there's a way to make it even stronger. A lot of people don't understand how rollout really works. So it will double power with each hit, will repeat for 5 turns. So the multiples there will be 30, 60, 120 on the third turn, 240, and 480. All the way, you'll max out at 480 attack power. That's insane. That's way more than even an Annihilate will do with Rage Fist. So this is very, very possible if you can get up that high. The catch is that it has an accuracy of 90. So you're kind of reducing your odds every time you try. So in other words, you'll get 90%, and then the odds of you getting 2, it reduces every single turn. More than likely, you're going to get at least 3 good rollouts before, just if you miss it, it just starts back over. So you could increase your accuracy by like a loaded dice or something like that. But honestly, you should be fine with even getting 3, because I'm going to tell you how to make it even stronger. The reason why I say defensive curl, not only will give you back that defensive boost you lost with superpower move after your second turn, it'll also increase or double the power of your rollout that you actually have. So it'll actually it'll double it even more. It doesn't stack, but it only does it at least once. So instead of doing 30, 60, 120 for your first 3 turns, you're going to do 60, 120, 240, and then even go above and beyond that if you happen to get your 4th and 5th try, which is going to be 480, then even on the 5th try, 960. This thing will not last. I don't even think it's going to make it past the 3rd rollout. I think you will actually one-shot this guy. Well, maybe not one-shot it, but I think by then it's just going to stack and build up. So I think definitely Ozymandias's awesome one to bring in. The Shell Bell will heal you up, so that's one reason why I say it's essential to keep that move. But man, you'll even have Belly Drum going and have a max 5 attack after you use superpower. But you may not even want to do that. You may want to just Belly Drum up and go right into rollout, but I don't think you're going to recover enough HP to get knocked out. I don't know. We won't know until we get there and we try. But I do want to bring this up. This is, I think, the best counter you're going to have on your own with this guy. I am going to bring up a few more. Another one to kind of honorable mentions I'm going to bring up. Other one I thought about was the Aqua form or Aqua breed of the Taurus. I think it's a pretty good one to bring in as well. Only problem is I wish they had attack moves or fighting type moves that were strong that did not lower your defense and all that. That's the problem with this. I thought he actually got like superpower or something. But the one reason why I'm bringing this guy up is that he gets Anger Point. If you're going to get hit by a critical hit, it's going to go ahead and max out your attack. So that's one good thing about I'm bringing this one up, is that if you do get hit by a crit, you will be maxed out at +6 already, and then you could just go in and iron hit them and get recovered at that same time, and then close combat to finish them all. That was my recommendation there. I did build this guy super duper bulky, because just looking at the stats, even with the Aqua breed, it will take a large amount of damage from the crit hits from Inteleon. It's just nuts how it kind of works, how Ozymandias is just a little bit stronger on that side versus that. It must be the HP boost that it actually has versus the Taurus. Another honorable mention is Quaquaval, or Quaquaval. I mean, you could bring this one in too, but honestly, I think you're better off bringing in the other guys. You know, build it bulky. I didn't put any stats in it because I just wanted to kind of throw it out there, but that's another one I wanted to recommend to kind of bring up. So guys, if you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments below. Tell me what you think you're going to bring in. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. And until next time.